Next is availability, or being available. Now, there was this conversation between a boyfriend and girlfriend, and the girlfriend asked, "What about my character do you like best, huh?" I know you guys will probably think, like, why do girls always ask this question, kan? Right? And then the guy replied this, "You are available." Yes, I can hear the groans through the screen, right? But immediately after saying that, the boyfriend said, "It's not what you're thinking." And then he didn't explain it any further. Now, this left the girlfriend wondering in what way was being available a character trait. It was not until some years later, after she became a pastor, that she understood what this availability was about. She had met many people in church week after week who just could not avail themselves to serve or to minister, who could not avail themselves to learn or grow, and nor would they avail themselves to be present for another person. There are also many people who are mentally unavailable to grow in thought, to think through their faith, or to be a contributing component of a community. Now I pause here to ask, what do you bring to your small groups of community? Whether it's your family, whether it's your cell groups, whether your ministry, or even your workplace. Now in our Nobi app, the one that we're using for this DM week, one of the key ways to learn is actually from each other. But this cannot happen when we do not share or contribute to the board. I hope you understand what I'm referring to by now. In the same way, if week after week, year after year, your role in cell group is just to show up and to only take, not availing yourself to learn how to lead a study or to learn to worship or to open your home, share a story, bring a dish, help organize an event, or even pray for someone, then you and I may actually need to relook at our growth as a disciple if all we're doing is taking. Now let me tell you about my CG SS4. This CG has been fraught with many challenges in the past, and if I remember correctly, when I left for Princeton in 2017, there were 4 consistent members who would show up on Friday night, play a role and contribute to discussions. Just 4. It had been like this for perhaps a year plus already. And when I came back from Princeton in 2018, there were 5 members. So if it's not your duty, it's me. If it's not you leading the study, it's the other guy, right? Busy or not, tired or not, for the community to continue, we each knew that we needed to contribute. So why did I choose to make this group my home cell group? Well, firstly, it was really small, so the community is really cozy. Secondly, I knew I could contribute to the building up of the community. These days, our Friday Zoom meetings see almost 12 regular attendees, but the core character in this cell group is each member counts, each contribution matters. You share, you do, you support. It's true, we are all busy people, we are all tired by the end of the day, but we avail ourselves one way or another. I love you, SS4! Yay! Okay, sorry. Indeed, actually in PJSC, I have had the privilege to serve with some of the most available people. Do you know that some of our AV people actually try to plan their holidays to accommodate major church events so that they can serve? And then there's Wee Kyung. One day he comes, "Pastor, hospitality, connectors team, you slot me." He once lamented that the Alpha graduates needed to be discipled. And then before I could even say anything, he took it upon himself to teach. Then there's Dennis Chia. He spoke some of the most inspiring words at an AGM. It sounded like, there are so many complaints and problems. How can I be a part of the solution? And then he took up a role in the deaconship. And finally, one last example is our previous chief deacon, Chi Wai. I know Chi Wai watching this will probably say, "No lah, where God pastor, this MCO has really taken a toll on my ministry in church." But Chi Wai, I know, if ever I were to go to you crying and telling you that I need your help, you will, even though you are dying, you will do something one, right? Available people make themselves present for you and community. Jesus made himself available for the people, for the crowds, and to his inner circle of disciples. He gave of himself, his time, tapered with the wisdom to be continually refreshed by deep communion with God. Think Mother Teresa. A life made available to God will witness God's work. Yet, we have also heard of her deep dependency and communion with God. She could not do what she was doing without God. Many of us are afraid to be available, especially in urban society, because our energy levels are easily depleted. But if we really truly learn from Jesus, we might find the key to being available.